Hello, welcome back to Photochemistry. Last episode was a bit of an incoherent episode. Sounds like this episode will be one as well. No, what I meant to say was last episode I kind of wasn't very into it. So you got like an episode where I kind of didn't really feel very good playing it. I don't know why I played the game. I just did anyway. But yeah, we're at episode 3 now. There you go. This episode I probably will try and put a little more effort into my solutions. Last episode we had something really weird stuff going on, but yeah. I am looking at the screen now. I kind of noticed that, well, first it's my character, but the words are also really interesting. You can make this Chinese. 化 what? No, 化学 is chemistry, 光 is light. Therefore, photochemistry for light related chemistry. There's actually a lot of light related chemistry. Um, well, there's a lot of ways light is related to chemistry. A lot of reactions can be caused by light. In particular, light can act as catalysts for a lot of reactions. Photosynthesis is one of them, which is why photosynthesis happens under sunlight. Um, yeah, just telling you how that word came about. It's Chinese. I don't know what this word is, but like, I think the first half says catalyst, the second half says update. Also, Discord server remains in English. That's interesting. That's really funny. Alright, anyway, let's continue. Last episode, we completed 2 levels in World 1, I think. Act 1, they call it. So this episode, we're moving on to other stuff. Whoa, we were staring at me very ominously. Cool. Yeah, 2 out of 6 complete. Right, last episode, yeah, acid A, so like, look at this solution. Jumper, that one's for next episode, next level, I think. I think I can replace this belt with this one. I think that shouldn't cause any issues. Yeah, there you go. Uh, okay. It's the same, it's the exact same. Okay, there you go. Looks a lot better now, right? Yeah. Alright, now let's move on. We finished acid A, let's do hydrocarbon. This one does not have an A or a B, so it's a still standalone level, I guess. Jumper. Jumper is this thing here. The jumper tile can launch particles several tiles at once. It can be set anywhere between 2 and 6 tiles. Click and drag when placing the tile to set the direction and distance. Jumpers take priority over rotations and belts. So the order of rotation would be jumper first, then belts, and then rotations last. That makes some sense, I guess. Yeah, belts over rotations, jumpers over rotations, and belts. Is it throw in one move? Yes, okay. Jumpers can help as bridging. Okay, so this is very clearly a jumper setup. We can see that there's a light coming from below. I could use a mirror to redirect it, or I could throw it in a certain direction. Can throw it up to 6 tiles. Will hovering show me? No, hovering will not show me. It will show me here. Okay, so I kind of just have to click it. Okay, I can also reset it at this position. I can reset it at any one of these 6 positions. Okay. We have splitters in place. Can I remove them? I can. Do I want to do that? This might be a hint. Separators only work with light. So I might have to like redirect the light, in which case we won't need that yet. These things did not exist when I... Yeah, I did not put these down in case you were wondering. 3 splitters already costs us 30, which makes sense. I feel like what I want to do is just split up these guys and move them over. For some reason I need... Yeah, okay, 12 and 6 makes sense because for every 2 white inputs, I only need 1 green input. So yeah, white output occurs twice as often. Okay. Splitting requires light. However, like I realized a really interesting thing I can do is already just put light here so they start off having been split. Then I could just move them around, you know? Why not? Why not that as an option? Is it inefficient? Does it use more belts? Maybe, but then I only need to use 2 splitters because each of these are naturally split apart. As long as I move them in different paths, they can be split apart permanently. And so one of them can handle these two, the other can handle these two? Maybe. Like what I would like to do, right, is I would like to... I think I want to split. I want to go down, I want to go up. The one that goes down is going to land here, while the green goes next to it here. Makes sense? And we can use a jumper. The reason why I want to use a jumper is because I don't want anything here. I want whatever's in here to handle the downward movement of the combination of 3 particles we'll have here. So I want to jump to throw one of these particles over to this position, which can happen from about as far as here, one further, so here, meaning that I can have a splitter in this position. How much does this cost? 30. Right, 2 mirrors for 10, 1 splitter for 10, and then the jumper is 30, makes 50. Then the other one can really just go here, grab this guy, and throw down. That should be fine. I can throw a particle here as well. It's like this. Like that. That seems okay. In fact, I think I can go as far as to do this. Then this particle can really just be thrown to, I guess, this position. So if I went to check on my particles... Did you 12 cycles to start? Yeah, and then the other one will go up. And then go this way. But I mean, it gets hit by this, but by right, it shouldn't do that. But it will. Okay, so just to be a lot faster, which means we probably have to put another jumper here. Yep, okay. That is also not a problem. Never was. It just costs more. But we should be fine. So if I looked at this... Yeah, and it just goes here. The other two can make their way here on their own time. I don't know how fast or slow that would take. But yeah. The fact is that the jumpers cost money. Which is kind of awful. Like, if I don't want to... If I can choose not to use jumpers, I will choose not to. I wonder if that's an option. How about this? I can put a jumper here if I have to, but right now it doesn't look like I have to yet. So one goes down, the other goes up, they merge. Boom. There you go. Okay. That works. Nice. Alright, 66 cycles, cost 120. People have gone far shorter with far fewer. I don't even know how you do that, but apparently it's doable. Okay. Well, this wasn't too challenging. It was pretty nice to watch, actually. Also, when I last... I tried to download the GIF, whatever it is. I tried to download the previous level one. It did not actually show up on my desktop, and I have no idea where it is. So I'm gonna try again. How many do I need? I need 5. Record GIF/GIF. Might take a few minutes, it actually won't. I have options after this, but I kind of just ignored them. So let me just read again what those options are. Will this actually take a few minutes? Jeez. No, alright. Open folder. Yeah, thank you. Please open the folder so I can see where it is. You'll be able to see what I'm looking at, but... This is in... It's in app data. Jeez. Okay, it's hidden very far into my desktop. It's not like visible. on my desktop or anything. You have to go into several folders into the game's files itself, where it saves the GIFs/GIFs. Alright, sure. There you go, 3 out of 6. Hydrocarbon was cool. Next up, enriched soil B. No light this time. We have 2 yellows and 2 greens. Jumper, no new information. Okay. So, couple options here. I can make 2 copies of this vertical piece and throw them down here to match. Or I could just make these... I will definitely need jumpers. I'll need jumpers, but... how? I am thinking... I just want to split them. Like this. Oops, like that. So one goes down here. And we kind of do the same thing here. So we have a throw, and then we have another throw, maybe? So I want like a double throw, which sets up here, and after that, that'll be 4 throwings, which is very, very expensive. But I want to, like, basically just do the exact same thing here. I want to do that. I want to split here, here, and then we'll do the... So, like, what happens is that you'll get this to happen. Like this. Oh, that is actually bad. I might want to do the other side first. Okay, that makes sense. There you go. So the other side will show up first. Then this side. As long as these guys get thrown away, which they will, if I have jumpers. So one jumper will set here, and then there'll be another jumper here to throw the entire thing down. So it will look like this will be thrown here to match, or to merge. And then they'll be thrown down again by this jumper here. There you go. And then the same will happen on the other side. Hopefully. Here. I want this to be a little further. And then we can basically just have, you know, we can have them merge. Like this. I'm pretty sure this will merge properly. Ooh, okay. Very mean. But probably savable if I just shifted this entire setup to the other side. Yeah, I just need to shift the setup over, I think, so that the accidental merge doesn't happen. That's very annoying, but it's workable. Okay, jump, 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 jump. This conveyor will shift you over like that, and if we test once again... There you go. There you go. That works. Okay. So now from here, I just want to shift it over, which I think is really as simple as this. Right? Should be. Unless I'm missing something. There you go. Okay. However, can I speed this up, or are these as fast as they go? 2. Yeah. How about 1? No, how about 2? Oh, look at... what in the world is going on? Alright, this is not working out. Stop. Okay, what about 4? 3 could work. Why did it go from 2 to 3? That's weird. This could work slightly better. Ah, no. Alright, yeah, this has to dodge these guys. But it looks like I make the same product, which is maybe interesting. How about one more? Alright, 5, 5. Oh no, 6. I'm reading this wrong. Yeah, that makes sense. 2, 3, then 6. This is the original, right? Yeah, this is the original speed. Okay. Well, if that's the original speed, then that's the speed it will be at. High cost, high cycles. That's not very nice. What can we do about it? Yeah, this is where everyone clustered around. That makes sense. People have got it far cheaper and far faster, but not really what I'm caring about at the moment. Alright, there you go. Continue. 4 out of 6. Moving on. Mulch. 4 out of 6. There's 8 here. Does it say 6 or does it say 8? It says 6. Maybe only 6 is required to complete the act. But there's 8 total. No idea. Alright, so we got mulch. Ooh, light in an inconvenient spot. I'm gonna need to put these guys... I'm gonna need to like stretch down here to collect... or to turn one of these white. Or green, yellow. Jeez, what am I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a line, a vertical line. Stretch that line down to the light to make it yellow, then bring it back up. Which shouldn't be a problem. Let's see, 4, 4, and 4. That makes sense. I need 2 of each to create 6 total. This is a pretty small space. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. But since each of these only need 2, I can have exactly 1 splitter for each of them. The first splitter, ideally... The first splitter ideally throws them all down to form the vertical line, making 1 yellow here. The second will form this L piece, which will join with the first later. It makes sense, right? I'm not sure if it will work, but it might. So the idea is... I split all of them. They all get thrown down... they can all get thrown down really far. If they all get thrown down really far, what would it look like? That's it, but that's kind of not really good. No. Okay, well I have a better idea. I'm gonna move them all horizontally here. So I need this set to line up with this row. Meaning they don't throw as far, they just throw to this spot, 1 above that, and then 1 above that. And then a horizontal conveyor should pick them all up. Right? Yeah, and then these 3 can form this L shape on its own time. These guys won't really interact because there's a very convenient line separating the 2 sets. So at this point, I can probably just start pushing down into here and then jumping over. So I'm gonna push down by 2. That means the topmost atom... but the topmost atom would be here. So it would need to... I would like to push the entire thing to a column that isn't used by a throw. So that any downward conveyors won't be initially interacted with. See, if this were 1 to the left, I'm pretty sure this guy would be pushed down, which is bad. Okay, so jumping takes priority, right? That's a problem. Because I can't just put a jumper here, otherwise it would just jump over. But I do know down takes priority over everything else. No, down takes priority... No, right takes priority over down. That's actually another problem. I just need to check here. Pretty sure this will throw this over. Yeah, that's bad. It's more like I want to throw it down and then to the right. But since right takes priority over down, it will go right before going down. Yeah, it won't go down if there's a right conveyor. And we can't put a right conveyor here. So that's really bad. You go down like... It's possible I just throw down here by 2. And I throw right, but wouldn't right take priority as well? I'm assuming for jumpers it's the same. Yes. Aha, however, I can prevent that priority from occurring by making the jumper chained to a conveyor, which the jumper has priority over. So in this setup, the down takes priority. After that, because it's only touching this conveyor, it will go right, and then I can put a jumper here to this side. That makes sense, I think. Let's just check. So this throws down, throws right, or conveys right, and then throws. Okay. What is this? Can I watch? No. Something weird happens here. I think it's because this guy can't throw to here, so this priority is messed up. Okay, that's fine. From here we can do some cool stuff, I guess. There's not really much else we can do, but this goes where? Goes there. I'm going to do that. Okay. As for these guys, they need to make this L shape. Which, I mean, they already formed this diagonal line. It shouldn't be that difficult. This will happen. So this will form this vertical line which goes here. No. Needs to do this first. Actually, I think this is fine. This will make a horizontal line, won't it? Let me just check. Yeah, it'll make a horizontal line. And then I can throw this down by one, and I put a jumper here. Right? I think so. So at this point, at the end of this machine, that will make an L shape here. And I can just jump this way. What I kind of want is like... but this process would be quite fast, won't it? Unless I throw up again, which is going to cost more, but... Do you think these guys will merge perfectly if I move them right and up at the same time? Ah, doesn't look like it. It looks like they will kind of merge with the L shape kind of a bit higher, which is a problem, definitely. Yep, actually it's even worse. It's not that bad, but it's kind of worse. It's not really actually if I don't throw you this far out. Meaning if I got that to happen, you guys would be in this position. Then after a vertical comes here, I can just do that. And then do this. And then do two rights. Which I can just use one belt for. So that should be okay. No, okay, okay, right takes least priority, which means that this left only occurs when the vertical line exists here, meaning that conveyor should be here. There you go. Right? Right, that's... Oh, well, that's another problem. Okay. I might need some jumps. Honestly. Let's throw a jump up to maybe here. Okay, that means I probably want this to come up here. So this should just stay there. And then a jump from this position? Maybe? I don't know what this would look like. Ooh, okay. Not good. What is happening here? Okay, let's slow down the input speed. Just so I find it easier for myself. Right, that's what I'm looking for, I think. Kind of. How far can I throw you? That far. Okay. Can I convey you by one, push you up by two, and then jump you from here all the way up there? I could do it from here. I think I prefer that. And I sort of want this to just throw all the way to here. Isn't that okay? That seems okay. That works. It's a bit slow, but I don't think I can actually speed it up anymore. Can I? I don't think so. That happens. Yeah, this weird thing happens. So it's kind of like I can't really leave you here. I have to throw you down on purpose so that this thing doesn't come here and accidentally merge with you. So like, what can I do about it? How about this? And then I throw from here. How would that work? Because this is only inhabited when this L shape moves up to this position. Then the jumper will take priority, right? Hopefully. Okay, this will move out of the way just in time. Throw will happen. That works. And it works with a cycle of 2. Great. I'll take it. Oh no, a cycle of 4. It just happened to be 2 at that point in time. Sure. Nice. Pretty expensive, but at least a lot faster than... Yeah, well, somewhat fast. People have done it, again, a lot cheaper and a lot faster. This one's a lot cheaper. And slightly faster. This one's equally expensive, but doubly as fast. Cool. I'm downloading this one. This one I think is pretty elegant, I think. I hope this solution is considered elegant, but judging by the price and speed, I would say it's not very. Alright, there you go. I like this. This is a cool solution, I would say. Alright, one more to complete the act. Sugar's S3. I forget what Sugar's S2 and S1 were like, but we'll see what Sugar's S3 looks like. Looks nothing like what I remember S1 and S2 to be. But to be fair, I don't remember what S1 and S2 look like. So inputs. These are the 3 inputs. These are the 3 outputs. That's very fascinating. I need 3 of these for one of these. 16, 16, and 8. So this will produce 2 every time this produces 1 and this produces 1. That will make 3 greens and 1 white. Okay. The fact that this will produce 1 and this produce 1 makes it very likely that I want to make this rotation. That will first make you yellow, which is the single yellow that I want. It will also unbond these guys, which will have to happen at some point. That will make this yellow no longer necessary. Which seems good. That does seem very good, actually. Now I just have to put these 2 over here and here. Meanwhile, these guys can try and make this L shape while I settle this. Let's work on the L shape first. So these guys start off unbonded. I cannot move them together, otherwise they will bond. I can, however... They come out at the same time. If I just jumped one all the way up here, would that be okay? It's pretty expensive, but if I just jumped you up here, wouldn't that be okay? In fact, wouldn't it be cooler if I jumped from here, because that is the maximum speed. It is not only the maximum speed, it will also... Oh, it's also closer to this guy, which I can just move into position. And then from here I can move stuff around. Yeah, look at that. Oh, they don't bond. Interesting, white unbonds with everything. Okay, well I can also move this over, I guess. It's not really that problematic, I think. Yeah, the bond happens 1 turn after. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I hope that isn't going to be a problem. Meanwhile, this guy can come up here and split, and then I can do stuff. Really, I just need to have this move to this position while these 2 are here, which shouldn't be a problem with the jumps, right? So this can jump from here to there. This can... Actually, it's easier if it jumps from here to here. Or this jumps from here to here. And then I simply split you up here. I think it's okay for these two to just show up at any time. An L shape here moving up can bond simultaneously and doesn't form any unwanted bonds to begin with. So that's good. Okay. So next, I want this to move you here. You will be moved... Actually, if you are to be moved... If these two exist here, I believe down here would work. We know that the green will end up here to begin with while white takes its time. So we need a conveyor here to indicate that white is... Or not to indicate, to make it sure that this particle only moves when white comes here. So after the bond, they'll move down to this position, and then from here I can pick up. So we have a vertical white here, we have another white here, which I could have already placed in this position. Or in this position. So you get an L shape here. However, I think an L shape here might be better, so this might also be fine. We'll see. Yeah, right? Then from here I can pull over. And I move up. Okay. Let's see if there are any issues with that. Whoa, don't do that. Okay, fine, lift up here. And then here. There you go. That should be good. There you go. Really cool. Now, can I make this any faster? I don't think so, because another green would show up here a bit early, maybe? Let's check. Sorry, reset. So instead of 8, 8, 16, how about... Sorry, 8, 16, 16, how about 4, 8, 8? Perfect. Oh, really perfect, actually. Nice, okay. Slightly faster works. Cheaper and faster, good solution. Yes, in fact, it is pretty good. It is on the lower side compared to the big massive statistics over here. Okay, that's it. Act 1 complete, according to my Steam achievements. I just got one. Yeah, there you go. That did open something. I heard a door open over here. Yeah, alright. Will this conveyor take me? No, this conveyor just tells me to go. Well, I'm definitely not going there yet, but I do see the door is open. Oh, also, look at that. The shelves are now full of plants, which I still can't enter, but I've managed to synthesize plants. Oh, no, I think I managed to synthesize the materials required to grow plants. They were empty in the last episode, I think. But yeah, alright, there you go. I think that's a very good place to stop. Next episode, we'll probably move on to Cell War and Fructose. Quota for current area reached. Remaining puzzles are optional challenges. Are these difficult on purpose? Or are you just given a set of 8 levels to choose 6 from? Because there's no indication that these are any more difficult. So they might be equally difficult. They could actually legitimately be challenges. No idea. Alright, I guess we'll see. Yeah, next episode we'll move on to the rest of the puzzles there and we'll see what we can do. Until then though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.